Have you ever launched a major goal? Maybe a new business, a complex skill acquisition, or a career breakthrough, only to realize 30 days later you're exactly where you started? You have the idea, but the execution dissolved into noise, procrastination, and shallow work. If you are a member of the Forge Your Path community, you're here because you believe in actionable personal growth and know that meaningful results require deep, focused commitment. But the secret to real breakthroughs isn't just about putting in the hours. It's about eliminating the gap between the brilliant idea in your head and the measurable results in your life. I've spent years refining the strategic architecture behind high-level output, and what I've discovered is that successful transformation is not linear, it's modular. You don't need more time, you need a strategic container for your focus. Today, I'm giving you that container. The 90-day deep work blueprint. This isn't abstract motivation. This is a 4-phase system built on productivity hacks and mindset shifts designed to take your best ideas and forge them into verifiable, undeniable career breakthroughs in just 3 months. This system is the definition of writing professionalism, clarity and precision in execution applied directly to your personal success. The impulse is to immediately start scheduling blocks, but the biggest mistake most ambitious people make is building their blueprint before establishing the foundation. You must first answer the question that determines the next 90 days of your life: the clarity commitment. The foundational phase of the 90-day blueprint is the clarity commitment. This is a necessary mindset shift for success that defines your single, unshakable 90-day outcome. Most people fail because their goals are overloaded. They chase 5 projects, spread their attention thin, and achieve 0 significant results. When you distribute your focus across multiple high-leverage goals, you fracture the intense concentration required for deep work techniques. To achieve a breakthrough, you must apply the principle of less but better. For the next 90 days, your work must serve one clear, measurable, and consequential goal. This single outcome is your target. Ask yourself, what is the one result that, if achieved in the next 90 days, would make the biggest impact on your career and confidence? Your target should not be finish the course or work out more. It must be an output that generates unique and fresh information or value, such as launch and monetize the niche content platform or secure 3 paying clients for the new service offering. By committing to a single high-stakes target, you instantly inject purpose and professionalism into every minute of your day. Every action either contributes to this target or is ruthlessly eliminated. This process builds unshakable confidence because you aren't guessing, you have a clear purpose. This commitment provides the logical flow necessary for sustained progress. The consequence of defining this goal is a profound shift in how you evaluate your time. When deciding on a task, the logical test is simple. Does this contribute directly to the 90-day outcome? If the answer is no, it's procrastination disguised as productivity. This clarity is the ultimate tool for overcoming procrastination because it removes the confusion of what to prioritize. This process is so fundamental that without this defined target, all subsequent efforts, schedules, and strategies will lack the necessary foundation to deliver a genuine career breakthrough. Once you have your unshakable 90-day outcome defined, the temptation is to simply dive in. But ideas alone are cheap. True mastery demands a systematic dedication of time. The difference between a high-performing professional and an amateur lies in the strategic allocation of their most valuable resource: focused time. The deep work anchor. Phase 2 is focused on the rigorous implementation of productivity tips and focus strategies. Since your objective is now crystal clear, you must structure your schedule to maximize value per minute during peak mental hours. For educational goals like ours, medium-length blocks are often most effective. You must anchor your day around the deep work block, a dedicated, non-negotiable segment of time that aligns with the detailed instructions required for complex tasks. The ideal anchor is the 90-minute focus block. Neuroscience shows that most people can sustain peak high-intensity concentration for roughly 90 to 120 minutes before needing a mental reset. You must treat this block as an unbreakable appointment, prioritizing it above nearly everything else. During this time, the deep work anchor serves as an execution firewall. To ensure its sanctity, 1. Eliminate the multi-screen illusion. Remove all distracting technology, phone, email notifications, messaging apps, from your field of vision. When distractions interrupt deep work, they leave behind attention residue, drastically decreasing the quality of your subsequent focus. 2. Define your 10%. Before starting your block, clearly identify the 10% of the task that will deliver 90% of the value towards your target. Focus solely on producing this output, whether it's writing the core script, coding the hardest function, or sketching the conceptual breakthrough. 3. Harness the morning momentum. If possible, schedule your deep work anchor first thing in the morning. Your prefrontal cortex is fresh, and you avoid the constant negotiation and decision fatigue that creeps in later in the day. This consistent, precise commitment to the deep work anchor is how you accumulate high-value output, transforming hours worked into tangible career breakthroughs. However, creating deep work time is only half the battle. If your focus blocks are continually compromised by external demands or mental clutter, your anchor will drag. The next logical step in the blueprint requires implementing a proactive defense against the enemies of focus. The proactive defense. Phase 3, the proactive defense, addresses the crucial need for managing the low-value tasks that generate procrastination and sap cognitive energy, often disguised as professional diligence. For someone committed to deep work, the greatest risk is letting shallow work, that is, low-value repetitive tasks like managing correspondence, encroach upon high-value time. This is often a failing of poor logic flow in your daily schedule, jumping between tasks without a clear structure. To implement a proactive defense, you must apply strategic planning to eliminate the necessity of constant small decisions that lead to fatigue. The solution is batching and systematization. You need a dedicated, non-deep work time to process the unavoidable administrative overhead. 1. Batch communication. Assign specific, predictable 30-minute time slots, e.g. 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., solely for processing emails and responding to messages. Outside of these times, communication channels are closed. This eliminates constant context switching and protects the flow of your deep work anchor. 2. Automate decisions, the default protocol. Systematize minor daily choices. What will you eat? When will you exercise? What clothes will you wear? When you reduce the need for constant low-stakes decision-making, you conserve your finite mental energy for the high-stakes deep work required for career breakthroughs. This is the essence of true productivity tips. 3. Review the task landscape. At the end of each day, perform a quick target audit. Every task scheduled for the next day must be pre-qualified. Is it a deep work task, contributing to the 90-day outcome, or a shallow work task, necessary maintenance? This ensures that when your deep work anchor begins, there is no ambiguity, eliminating a major source of resistance and overcoming procrastination before it starts. By building a firewall around your deep work blocks, you ensure that your focus time is spent delivering high-value output, maximizing the flow of information and energy towards your defined target. We have defined the target, anchored the deep work, and built the firewall. Yet many people follow all these rules for 90 days and still wonder why they haven't achieved the massive result. The final, highest leverage principle determines whether your efforts lead to a sustained mindset shift or just a temporary burst of busy work. The iteration engine. Phase 4 is the iteration engine, the system of feedback and accountability that transforms consistent effort into accelerating progress and unshakable confidence. If the content of your execution is better, the words you say, the insights you deliver, the quality of your deep work output, it leads to big viewer retention and better performance. But how do you ensure the quality is consistently high? You need a feedback loop. Your deep work effort must be measurable. This process is about moving from basic self-improvement knowledge to exceptional knowledge that challenges your own expectations. 1. Track input and output. Don't just track hours worked. Input. Track the high-value deliverables created during your deep work blocks. How many pages written? How many insights generated? The metric must tie directly back to the 90-day outcome. 2. The weekly performance review. Dedicate a scheduled time each week, e.g. Monday morning, to review the previous week's performance. Ask 2 core questions. Where was the process illogical or inefficient? Look for flaws in the deep work anchor or proactive defense. And what specific actionable insight did I generate that moved me significantly closer to the 90-day outcome? Focus on the unique and fresh information you created.
This review process is your engine for accelerated learning and continuous mindset transformation. By constantly seeking flaws in your execution process rather than your character, you maintain unshakable confidence and avoid the trap of blaming yourself for setbacks. When something doesn't work, you adjust the setup, build-up, or payoff, the method, not the effort. By consistently implementing this iteration engine, you are building the professional structure necessary to guarantee that your efforts compound, leading inevitably to your career breakthroughs. We have now laid out the 90-day deep work blueprint, the 4-phase system that translates ideas into lasting change, the clarity commitment, the deep work anchor, the proactive defense, and the iteration engine. This is the ultimate professional move, applying systematic rigor to your personal development. You now have the full architectural plans to implement mindset shifts for success and achieve your career breakthroughs in the next 90 days. But knowledge is only the first step. Action is where transformation truly begins. You've seen the blueprint, but now you need the specific daily and weekly tasks that fill these deep work blocks, the actual granular steps for generating those high-value outputs. We covered the crucial productivity tips in this blueprint, but what about the precise strategy to leverage this deep work system to generate money mindset and confidence-building results right now? I've created a supplementary guide, the Forge Your Path Daily Action Planner, which provides customizable worksheets and a full week-by-week implementation calendar for this 90-day blueprint. It takes the guesswork out of what you do next. If you are ready to stop delaying your success and start forging a new you one step at a time, you need the planner. Click the link in the description to download the free Daily Action Planner. It's your immediate next step towards mastering deep work and securing that career breakthrough. If this blueprint helped you clarify your path forward, hit subscribe. Join our community of growth seekers ready to take action.